Do you want to study smart, not hard? Welcome to a journey of discovery where we explore the essence of smart studying. Imagine a world where studying isn't a chore, where productivity soars and results are nothing short of spectacular. That's the magic of studying smartly. It's about efficiency and effectiveness, making the most out of every moment spent learning. So, are you ready to transform your study habits and reach new heights in your academic journey? Stay tuned as we delve into some practical tips and recommendations for smart studying. So what exactly does it mean to study smart? Well, it's a concept that revolutionizes the way we traditionally approach studying. You see, smart studying isn't about the volume of hours you pour into your textbooks. Rather, it's about how effectively and efficiently you utilize that time. It's about quality over quantity. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water using a sieve. No matter how much time you spend, the bucket remains empty. Traditional studying can sometimes feel the same. You read, you cram, you memorize, but the knowledge doesn't stick. Smart studying, on the other hand, is like using a solid container to fill that bucket. It holds the water, or in our case, the knowledge. It's about applying strategic techniques to enhance understanding, recall, and application of information. Now that we understand the concept, let's explore some methods to study smart. Tip number 1, engage in active learning. So, what exactly is active learning? Well, it's not about passively reading or listening. Instead, active learning is like a two-way conversation with the material you're studying. It involves activities that keep your brain engaged and your hands busy. This can involve writing, speaking, problem-solving, and discussion. Imagine you're studying a history chapter. Instead of just reading the text, try summarizing it in your own words. Or, discuss the chapter with a friend. Maybe even create a mind map to visualize the key events. Active learning pushes you to think critically and deeply, helping you understand the material on a much deeper level. It's about making connections, asking questions, and exploring possibilities. It's not enough to just understand the information, you need to really interact with it. So the next time you sit down to study, make sure you're not just passively consuming information. Remember, active learning leads to active minds. Moving on to tip number 2, understand before you memorize. Now this may seem like a no-brainer, but let's dive a little deeper. The human brain is not designed to be a rote memory machine. It's built to understand, to connect, to associate. When you understand a concept, you're not just memorizing facts, you're creating a mental map, connecting new knowledge with what you already know. So when you come across a new piece of information, don't rush to memorize it. Instead, spend time understanding it. Break it down, relate it to something you already know, ask questions. This process might take a little longer initially, but it ensures that the information sticks. More importantly, it becomes a part of your understanding, making it easier to recall and apply in different contexts. The next time you're studying, remember this. It's not about how much you can cram into your brain. It's about how well you understand what you're learning. Understanding before memorization, that's the key. Tip number 3, never underestimate the power of breaks and rest. You might think that the more hours you put into studying, the better. But here's the thing, our brains are not designed for marathon study sessions. They need breaks to process and absorb information, and that's where the magic happens. During these breaks, your brain continues working, sorting and storing the information you've learned. Now let's talk about sleep. It might seem tempting to pull an all-nighter before a big test, but depriving yourself of sleep can actually hinder your performance. During sleep, our brains consolidate what we've learned throughout the day, making it an essential part of the learning process. So remember to take regular breaks during your study sessions. Maybe take a walk, do some light exercise, or even just relax. And don't skimp on sleep. You're not being lazy, you're actually helping your brain to perform better. Breaks and rest are not wasted time, they're crucial for effective studying. Our 4th tip, make use of technology. In this era of rapid digital advancement, technology has become a powerful ally in the pursuit of knowledge. It brings a wealth of resources right at our fingertips. Let's talk about some of these resources. Flashcard apps, for instance, are a great way to optimize your revision time. They use spaced repetition algorithms that make memorizing facts easier and more efficient. Note-taking apps are another game changer. They can help you organize your notes in a more structured and accessible manner. Some even come with features that let you highlight key points and search your notes with ease. Online study groups have also gained popularity. Not only do they provide a platform for discussion and collaboration, but they also offer moral support, making the learning process less solitary and more enjoyable. So, don't shy away from integrating technology into your study routine. Harness the power of technology to make your studying more efficient. Finally, tip number 5, practice testing. Picture this, you're a blacksmith, and your knowledge is your sword. Now, how do you know if your sword is sharp enough? You test it, right? The same principle applies to studying. Practice testing is the whetstone that sharpens your knowledge. Self-testing is not just about seeing how much you remember, it's about reinforcing what you've learned. Each time you test yourself, you're strengthening those neural connections in your brain, making it easier to retrieve that information when you need it. Regular practice tests also give you a clear picture of your progress. You can see which areas you're strong in and which ones need more work. This way, you're not just studying hard, you're studying smart. Remember, the goal is not just to pass exams, it's to truly understand and retain the information. And that's where practice testing comes in handy. Practice testing, a powerful tool in your study arsenal. So, let's recap what we've learned about smart studying. Firstly, we dove into the concept of active learning, which is all about engaging with the material rather than passively absorbing it. This could be through note-taking, discussing, or teaching the material to someone else. The key is to be an active participant in your learning journey. Then we discussed the importance of understanding before memorization. It's not enough to just memorize facts and figures. You need to understand the concepts behind them. This helps you to not only remember the information but also apply it in different contexts. Next, we touched on the significant role of breaks and rest in studying. Your brain is not a machine. It needs time to process and consolidate the information you've learned. So, taking regular breaks and getting enough sleep are essential for effective studying. We also talked about leveraging technology in your studies. From educational apps to online resources, technology provides a wealth of tools that can aid in your learning process. Remember, it's not about replacing traditional studying methods, but enhancing them. Lastly, we highlighted the value of practice testing. This isn't just about preparing for exams, but also reinforcing what you've learned. Regular testing helps to improve your memory and understanding of the material. Each of these tips contributes to studying smart, which is all about maximizing efficiency in your learning process. It's not about studying harder, but studying smarter. Remember, studying smart is about efficiency, not just effort. Happy studying.